Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have Crobat in Generation 2 non-randomizer. Now, Crobat, oh boy, there's a lot you can say about Crobat. A third evolution that they added in Generation 2, one of the fastest Pokemon ever, and a really well-rounded Pokemon. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yes, pretty much special attack is its lowest stat, but other than that, it's really just, it's like Seadra, or Kingdra on stats. Almost, of course, Kingdra were all about 90, 95. Now, unfortunately, unlike Kingdra, we don't have moves that do a lot of damage, which is going to be our downside, unfortunately. But with 130 speed, I do think there is a good chance we can come up with some pretty good strategies for Red, because even at level like 60, we're probably still going to outspeed his level 80 Pokemon. Hello, everybody. Now, I was originally planning on going with Feint Attack for our Egg move, but I changed it to Gust last second, because I realized we don't learn a flying move until we either get Wing Attack or Fly, probably around the same exact time. And on top of it, if you think about it, if we don't get to level 30 before Chuck, we're not going to have a move that's going to be extremely useful for Chuck's gym. So I realized, well, Bite and Feint Attack are basically the same attack, except for Feint Attack doesn't miss. So I think it's better that I go for the type coverage early on with Gust. Therefore, I decided to go with Gust. I do believe we'll be upgrading it to Wing Attack. I'm still unsure if we're going to want to be upgrading it to Fly later on. So, we'll see what happens when we get there. Now, I think our final moveset's going to end up being some sort of mixture of Confuse Ray, Return. Those are pretty much the guarantees that are going to be on our moveset. And then we're going to have some sort of mixture between Rest, either Fly or Wing Attack, and probably Bite. Unfortunately, there's not a lot left to go with. We could go with Leech Life, but why in the world would anybody go with Leech Life? Giga Drain, I actually don't know where Giga Drain is, but unfortunately Giga Drain is not useful on any of Red's Pokemon except for Blastoise, which honestly I don't think is going to be that much of a problem, because I don't believe the Blastoise has Blizzard like it does in Generation 1. From here on out, it really... Oh, and Steel Wing is not really going to be that much more powerful than Return, honestly. And we could end up going with Hidden Power, which is going to be Dragon, but that's only going to be useful on Dragons. Therefore, probably not going to be a big deal. Giga Drain is at Erica. Okay, that makes it even easier. So we'll actually have it on us. Great. But anyways, it seems like we're going to have a really mediocre moveset. So we're going to have to do some... We're going to have to rely on a bit of luck. But, to be fair, we do have Confuse Ray, which is 100% accurate. It's a lot better than Supersonic. So it's something we can rely on. We have seen Confuse Ray work in the past. Confuse Ray is a little bit of an underrated move, honestly. It didn't... Now, for Togetic the other day, we tried using that other move that was basically 75% accurate Confuse Ray, and that one did not work out very well. But 100% accurate Confuse Ray should. So, we'll see. We might end up having to do a lot of Confuse Ray luck on Red, but I think thanks to Confuse Ray, everything is possible. With all that said, I think we should be able to get started. And because this is a non-randomizer, we don't start the timer until we have basically received and named our first Pokemon and given ourselves the Egg move. So we've got a little bit before we start the timer, which is going to be good. I do like Crobat's pink form. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Crobat does have a bit of a cool shiny form. Alright, we got 1 a.m. instead of its normal purple. Alright, we got my name there on the defaults, which means we have selected the correct ROM, which means everything is going to be shiny, which is perfect. right. Hey, Mickey Coleman. Hey, Boss KO. Hey, Metal Hammer. Welcome everybody to the stream. Oh, and what rival Pokemon did I pick? Unfortunately, the rivals Pokemon weren't necessarily which one is the hardest. It was more or less which one do I not have an advantage against is why I picked the rival. So a flying move would give me an advantage over the grass type, and alright, and hold on, give me a second. I need to give myself Gust. G. Oh, wow. Gust is like the second move with G. Love it. Alright, and we are good to go. What's Crobat's name? Batwing. I liked it. It reminded me of both Nightwing and Batman. Don't know if that was your goal, but I liked it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and heal here, and then we're going to get the call from Professor Alm saying, hey, you've got this rare disease called Pokerus. Yes, we know. We have it every run. But thanks, Professor Alm. Now, we healed, so that way we would have PP for Gust. When you give yourself a move with Game Hook, I could give myself PP, or I could just give myself the move and then add the PP by healing. Oh, well, stay as long as you can, Metal Hammer. I'm glad that you're here to begin with. All right. Wow, it is dead silent on my end. I didn't even leave any music playing on the background. Oh, look, Gust is 120 power. Love it. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that extra berry. Probably don't need 2 berries because I end up having too many berries. Alright, I'll go ahead and save. I think the 5 Pokeballs will hopefully work out this time. Maybe we can get a second try Bellsprout. Bellsprout actually has a pretty decent catch chance. Oh, I didn't know that was, now that I think about it, I can't remember Batman having a flying vehicle. But now that you mention it, hold on. See, I watched a lot of I watched a lot of animated Batman, and also Batman Beyond. Alright. Oh, and obviously the first 3 movies. Wasn't a big fan of the Batman movies where, like Batman v Superman, the DC movies. Wasn't a big fan of those. But the trilogy, loved it. We could definitely do Jackbox tonight if you want. I'm getting this early game training in. I also know the Bellsprouts and Bellsprout Tower will also be really easy training. So I'm probably going to hit up those trainers as well. Now, because of our mediocre moveset, our last 2 runs, I believe, we pretty much fought every single Pokemon because we had 4 times weaknesses to worry about. This time, we're pretty much fighting every single Pokemon, not because of the 4-time weaknesses, but just because we need to be an extra high level. Because unlike Sudowoodo, who had Rock Slide, oops, I accidentally clicked yes. That's interesting. We don't have very many powerful moves. So we're going to have to overcompensate the powerful moves by being overleveled. Oh, we're not going to do Jackbox on stream. We don't have enough people to play, unfortunately. It might be something I could add in the future with a poll, but I would need some people to RSVP if we were to do a poll. Oh, I forgot to heal. Oh well. I should hopefully be one-shotting these. That's alright. I don't think I'm going to worry about the money loss too much because I don't really spend much money. All my money that's being spent is pretty much on escape ropes and super repels early on, which is generally not that big of a deal. So as long as she's not wasting my money right there. Oh, I'm giving the mother money, half my money. Yes, you're a good call. Thank you for the tip. I didn't know you could do that, but I forgot that she's just straight up taking my money. Each win. You're right, and buying the Abra. Alright. I don't know what necessarily is a good time for getting to Falconer, but I think we're doing pretty okay. I may have spent a little too much time on wild Pokemon, but I do feel like it's necessary because we're not going to have a lot of opportunities to get this extra training. Plus, the earlier I can level up, the earlier I can pick up our best move, which will be Return. So I'd love for having Return. Alright, I think we could probably add in this one extra trainer here to the left before we hit up the escape rope. Ooh, Bite. There we go. Alright, let's hit this guy first, too. Oh, I already hit him, apparently. Okay, we'll talk to this guy, then. Oh, you got 3 Bellsprout, huh? Alright. Well, luckily we're level 12, so I don't think we're gonna be too worried. Looks like we don't learn Confuse Ray until level 19, which I don't necessarily think we're gonna need Confuse Ray this early on in the game. I don't see any particularly bad matchups. And now that we have Bite, we don't really need to worry about the Cave Guy either, because the Cave Guy has got the 3 Geodudes. And it's nice when you have a move like Bite that targets their special defense. I also like how we can't be hit by Mud Slap because we have a full resistance to ground types. Sorry, immunity. I get those confused all the time. You could ask Speed. It really, really bugs him. I usually say immunity and resistance interchangeably, which is not smart. Unfortunately, we have a Pokemon that actually can't even learn Mud Slap. There's not a lot in the game, unfortunately, that can't learn Mud Slap. Wait, did I say no? I didn't even know you could say no to that guy. Oh, wait, hold on. We want to go ahead and just buy those now, I guess. Let's go ahead and get... Where are you? Am I blind? Escape rope. There we are. Let's just buy... I want to say... Okay, so we're actually going to get all the rare candies this run. So I'm going to buy all 10 escape ropes. Poison Cure Berry. We don't have a good move, unfortunately, for the... What's her name? Wow, I am drawing a blank right now. The matchup with... Wow, I am just... Jasmine. The Jasmine matchup. We don't have a single good move for, unfortunately. We don't have a water move. We don't have a fire move. That's always a bad time. I'm curious if we'll have any move that's not resisted by a steel type, because I can't really look it up. But I imagine between wing attack, bite, what else? Wing attack, bite, and return, we're not going to have a lot of options available to beat her with. Boy, that's weird. The one time I told Speed about this guy, how I was always ignoring him every single run like clockwork, I have fought him, I think, the last 3 runs. He used to be one of the easiest to ignore guys, and now he's not. I don't know how long we're going to hold on to Leech Life, but I can tell you right now Supersonic is useless. So I will teach over Supersonic for Gust, or sorry, for Swift. Jesus, every 2 steps. Wow, I dodged that guy. I never dodged that guy. He'll probably hit me on the way back. Oh, wow. I have... Oh, okay, hold on. My screen has gone black a lot lately. That's so annoying. I don't know what's causing the issue. It has something to do with the placement of my fridge, I think. Because the cat right now is on the fridge, and it moves... Whenever it moves on the fridge, bad things happen. I don't know why. It must be some sort of electrical issue with my fridge and my computer being, like, right next to each other. That doesn't seem right. Anybody else noticing that Swift is apparently got stab for some reason? That's wrong. Well, Gust also has stab. So, does it think I'm a normal flying type? Because I typed in poison. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a poison move, and I can't learn a poison move to confirm if there's some sort of miscommunication with stab here. Weird. Well, I'm not going to fix it, unfortunately. So, I wonder if it has anything to do with whatever my last run is. I could have sworn I clicked save, but maybe I just didn't click save. I think my last one might have been a normal flying type. I did Dodrio in Generation 1. That was my last one. Dodrio. That's still weird. I'm fairly confident I typed in poison. Oh well. Not a big deal. That means return is going to be the wrong number the whole game, though. Alright, I will fix it real quick. Alright, pause. Alright, sorry about that. Open that up. No, here it is. Poison flying. And it's right there. Unless... Screw it. I'm just going to type in flying. It's not like I'm going to have a poison move. Alright. Put the game back on. Oh, whoops. Refresh. Well, that worked. Alright. Alright, my Pokemon is now officially flying. Let's see. I should probably get that extra battle in, now that I think about it, just because I've got Gust, and Gust is going to be super effective, making it most likely a one-shot, and I've got all this extra PP at my disposal. That sounds like a good plan. Plus, I'm going to need the extra money because I accidentally gave my mother a lot of money. I might need it for the repels. Don't even think I need to save. I think we're plenty fine. We're level 18, which is pretty good. And his Pokemon are all going to be weak to Gust. Because flying doesn't resist flying, therefore even Scyther is weak to Gust. Alright, Confuse Ray can be taught over Leech Life. Leech Life has outlived its usefulness. I always try and put my move that I use the least in my third slot because that one takes the most button clicks to get to. Wow, you only get 10 PP of Confuse Ray? That seems low. Alright, and now let's go ahead and buy those repels. I want about 8 of them, I think. I might need less than 8, honestly. But we'll see. I haven't really narrowed it down, unfortunately. Lava. Alright, so we don't get wing attack until level 30. That will still be a little while. But, we also do not get headbutt. Oh, we actually need to catch an Oddish right now. I said Oddish, not Hoot Hoot. Oddish. I don't know if Venonat can learn both Cut and Flash. I'm not even going to take the risk. Where's the Oddish? Normally, Oddish comes up very often. Crap, now I need the Oddish. Now I need the Oddish. Okay, you know what? I can get you, Paris. I should have used the Great Ball. Didn't matter, I got lucky. Alright, perfect. We now have the Cut Pokemon, but we still need the Oddish for Flash. Because we are going to be going into a cave. Oh, wait, no, hold on. We can teach the Abra Flash. Okay. Ooh, Psyduck would be real good if I didn't already have everything mapped out. Alright. Use the repel. Don't think we need that. Oh, wait, hold on. We want that. That's an ether. Alright. I know I said we should consider battling like all trainers, but some trainers I'm just not a big fan of. Alright. We are level 20, which is by far no chance we're going to be able to get return this early. Hello, Edmundo Hernandez. Welcome to the stream. Venonat only learns Flash. Got it. Alright, we got ourselves a coin case. We've got ourselves a haircut, which is basically equivalent to 1 level. Now we need to get ourselves the Abra. Not too shabby. We might be able to get return on our way back from... Alright, hold on a second. On our way back from... Ooh, oh, that's not good. Okay, well, we're going to have to heal then, unfortunately. On our way back from talking to the squirt bottle girl. Oh, boy. Fully paralyzed. Not... Wow, we had -6 defense. It is a good thing we pulled through there. Alright, so let's go ahead and heal first. Besides, we didn't heal when we got into the city, so this is a net positive, honestly. Let's head over here. Buy 100 coins. Still have plenty of money. Get Abra. Teach Abra Flash. Did that just say Paris can learn Flash? That's crazy. Alright, grab this. Radio card. Alright, I can't remember if I used the bike. I don't think I used the bike in a regular run at all. Alright, grab this Pokemon. Alright, now we've got a Spearow. We're going to be training on all of these trainers along the way to talking to the one girl. Oh, also, since we got the rare Dig, like, generally I don't have a Pokemon that learns Dig, so we're going to go ahead and pick up Dig, I guess, while we're here. Yes, I did fix Swift. It was coming up as Stab with Swift, and we don't have Stab with Swift. The way I fixed it was I just made ourselves not a poison type. We are now officially pure flying type. So for some reason, normal and poison are coming up as the same thing, and I think I had that glitch not too long ago as well. So something is weird going on. I don't feel like fixing it, but it is what it is. We don't need the Quick Claw. We will never need the Quick Claw. This is like Electrode fast. Can anybody think, like, what's Electrode speed? Ours is 130. Like, we gotta be like tied with Electrode. Alright, we talked to this girl. Alright, I guess we just start battling trainers willy-nilly. Unfortunately, I did skip a lot of training, which is not fantastic because we are certainly not going to be able to grab Return. But maybe, just maybe, if I battle enough trainers here and possibly battle the trainers in the gym, I can come back with Return. 140 with Electrode, Jolteon, and Aerodactyl with 130. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so we're tied for basically second. Alright, Yanma girl. Okay, this is going well. We still have that. Okay, I was a little scared because I saw Flash there. I'm like, that's a little too long. Alright, maybe after battling the gym trainers in Whitney, I'll be able to come back and get Return. It'll be cutting it close. Definitely cutting it close. I don't necessarily know if Crobat is like a high friendship, like starting Pokemon or not. I also don't know if the haircut we got was a good haircut or not. Oh, also teaching TMs. I think 3 TMs was equivalent to 1 level. We have taught Swift. So that's 1 TM. Oh, wait, hold on. We should probably battle this girl, too. Imagine Regieleki. That is way, way too in the future. That's not part of my Pokemon knowledge, unfortunately. I have heard of it, though, so it must be a Pokemon that is very popular. Would be weird if it has low friendship given. You know, it's a friendship of evolution. Correct. That would actually kind of considerably help me, because if it's a high friendship evolution, oh, infatuated in love. That's not great. Wow, that is a lot of turns of infatuation. I mean, isn't it supposed to be like a 50% chance? All right, Confuse Ray. All right, you've got lower special defense. Let's go with Bite. Stomp does a pretty low amount of damage. Confuse Ray. Okay. Oh, look, our berry. Our berry went off. I think I actually sold my other berry. That's fine. I don't think we need a held item. All right, we are level 25. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say since the maximum is level 28, we're probably pretty good to get return. By maximum of 28, we kind of did the math. Most of the Pokemon start at like 70 friendship, and just by levels alone, level 28 will get you return. Yep, there we go. It's probably a mixture of the haircut and TMs that got me return. Oh, let's also teach Dig while we're here. All right, so perfect. Now we can get rid of Swift. Now, return is probably not stronger than Swift right now, but, or sorry, yeah. Actually, no, that statement's right. I think Swift is probably not as strong as return right now. Other way around. Return, you get my point. But return will get stronger and stronger the more we play. Yeah, I think we'll definitely be picking up leftovers soon enough. By soon enough, I mean, like, you know, after the Elite Four. But we will have the... Oh, what's that? That normal move girl. The one in the Rocket Tower. That boosts your normal moves. We'll have that for a little while. Alright. I personally think if you've beaten this chick, going right is still technically faster. Pink Bow, yes, that is correct. Looks like we can't learn Brick Break, so there's no point in bothering to pick it up. We don't need the money either. Ooh. I mean, technically, Bite was not the good move there, especially since Drowsy's special defense was higher. I just, you know, couldn't pass up the opportunity to use a super effective Bite. Unfortunately, our Bite is about to start hitting the after we get done with this gym, Bite is going to start becoming a whole heck of a lot less effective to us. Will you be getting any of the new rare candies in Tin Tower and Whirl Islands? Yes. Yes, I will. Because on my left... Or, sorry, well, you can't... It's opposite for you guys, but on my left, I have Tin Tower, and on my right... Oh my god! I lost. Okay, well, we need to lose quickly then. Alright, and I'll put the reset in a moment. That's still a reset. Unfortunately, that's a reset and a loss of XP. Oh, I could have used Growl. Oh well, I'm not going to get that SP on XP. Feels bad. And on my right, I have the Whirl Islands little map on how to get to it. And I'm just going to have to trust I remember the way of getting to the rare candy in the Mount Mortar. No, bad job, Kenya. Bad. You stole my XP. What if I needed that XP? Alright. We don't have the Krabby yet, unfortunately, so can't teach it right away. Let's go ahead and use a Repel. Ooh, I don't remember how much damage we took fighting the Kimono girls. Luckily, we have Bite, and we're absolutely going to outspeed Haunter. There's no question about it. Question is, will we do enough damage? And we got a crit. So, you know, all our fears are for none. Or our fears are not. For not. You know what I meant. Alright, Quilava. So, we missed the part where I was talking about which starter to pick. It was mostly, none of the starters have a super effective move against me at all. Like, despite, like, oh crap, we didn't want to talk to Eswine. So basically, it was just between the two. And, you know, I thought Quilava is cooler. There really is no rhyme or reason. Only thing I could have just done is not pick Bayleaf, because Bayleaf would have been weak to Wing Attack or Gust. And neither of them have, like... We're not weak to Flamethrower if you check the bottom of our overlay. And we're not weak to Water, so there really is nothing that the rival could have done. And I can't really do anything in particular that's strong against Typhlosion or Feraligatr. So really it's just a toss-up on which one. And because we one-shot those, I think there's a good chance we might one-shot these. If I can get the XP, I should. Sweet. There we go. 70 special is not terrible. 70 special is pretty decent. I mean, it's the same special that Tauros has. Oh no, mean look. Now I can't escape. Boo-hoo. What a great turn. The only thing that would have been funnier is if it used Curse and it was the only Pokemon on his team. Alright, guys. Well, we apparently now have our final moveset for a very long time. The only adjustment to our moveset from here to pretty much the end of the game is we might end up swapping out Bite for Rest or Curse. I think it might be Curse, honestly, because we could lose some speed and probably still outspeed Red's Pokemon. Nice. Almost a one-shot sweep. Obviously, Gengar's a little strong, but we did well. Alright, I don't necessarily think we need the heal, but I'm going to take it anyways. And I should have been taking the training thing seriously, because I keep forgetting that Jasmine, like these trainers are all like meh right now, but when we get to Jasmine, it's going to be a real struggle. Like, we need to do as much training as we can for Jasmine, because there's not much we can do. I think, can anybody tell me if Steelix resists Dark type? Yeah, the flinch is definitely helpful. I think it probably just stopped a Hypnosis, honestly. But can anybody tell me if Steelix resists Dark type? If it's neutral, that would be great. If it resists Dark, then honestly, I still think Bite might still be the strongest option, because Steelix defense is like incredibly high. So even if it is resisted, it's still probably the strongest move to use, because its special defense is just that much lower. Unless you guys disagree. Out of Return, Wing Attack, and Bite, I think Bite is probably still our best option. Because I just don't see any way where we can go with a different move. Unfortunately, we don't have anything that even does remotely good damage against Steelix, like on our entire moveset. I think Steelix probably does resist Grass and Bug too, possibly. It might not resist Steel. That might be our only option. Unfortunately, I think the only instances of Steel Wing are after Steelix. Oh, right. Steelix is part ground. Oh, wait. No, it's Rock. It's Rock that's weak to Steel. Yeah, I don't think we have anything. Oh, Hidden Power Dragon. Does Steelix resist Dragon? Honestly, though, I don't think I'm going to be teaching Hidden Power Dragon. I think I'm just going to hold on to Hidden Power Dragon for, like, the majority of the run. I don't see any use for Hidden Power Dragon outside of possibly Lance. If I just need a little bit more juice for Lance. Steelix resists Steel. Boy, what does Steelix not resist? Like, geez. Alright, well, it's a 50% chance we get 50% chance there's a Krabby. There we go. All right, let's just go ahead and try the... Oh, God, its special defense is so low. I think I'll probably one-shot it. Let's just go ahead and fingers crossed Lure Ball works. Yes. All right. Hey, Nathan Rita, welcome to the stream. Lucky on the catches today, guys. Normally it takes quite a lot to catch these Pokemon. All right, Surf. And Strength. And we don't have Whirlpool yet, so that'll be later. It's weak to water, fire, fighting, and ground, and neutral to grass and ice. Okay, so technically we can't use the grass move because that's locked behind Erica in the post game. So there is nothing, absolutely nothing we could do against Steelix, which is just incredibly unfortunate. We're just going to have to get there over-leveled. On the bright side, Confuse Ray should work against Steelix. Steelix won't hit itself for very much damage because, you know, it's going to hit itself and it has high defense, therefore not doing a lot of damage at all to itself. But, you know, it's better than hitting me. And even if it does hit me, you know, it's got a 25% chance to miss. So, you know, 50% chance of hitting itself and 30% chance of missing, or 25% chance of missing. I think I like those odds. I think we can eventually luck it out. My only fear is that we do so little damage that it will use a Hyper Potion, that she will use a Hyper Potion. And there's just nothing we can do about a Hyper Potion. And unfortunately, none of our moves have like a side thing. So Bite does have the chance to flinch, which is a side thing, which I do like. So Bite, I think will still be the option to go with, especially because of the chance to flinch. Fighting is about the only thing I can think of that doesn't resist. Yeah, exactly. And we can't learn a fighting move. Our only fighting move on our move list is Detect, and that's not really a fighting move. Confuse Ray is an option, but 200 defense will make it slow. Bite or Hidden Power Dragon is really the only shot. Exactly. You know, I think we'll probably give it a shot or two at Bite. And if that doesn't work, we'll just go get Hidden Power Dragon and we'll probably replace Bite. It will only make, I think, 2 battles in the whole run harder. So it's not a big deal. The 2 battles, I think, will be in the Elite Four. We'll have the first guy, Will be slightly harder because of not having Bite. And then also Blue will be slightly harder by not having Bite. Because Blue's got the Alakazam. I think Return will probably be strong enough for that Alakazam. But that Alakazam is pretty strong. Right, I could probably battle some of these swimmers, actually. I admit the image of Crobat chomping on that thing is hilarious, though. By the way, does Crobat learn Shadow Ball? No, it does not. Shadow Ball would instantly actually be the strongest move it knows. Because on this entire moveset, there are 2 moves at 70 power. There's 1 move at 150 power, which is just impossible to get. Hyper Beam, plus I wouldn't want to use it anyways. So the 2 moves at 70 power are Steel Wing and Fly. So Shadow Ball would instantly be the strongest move it can learn. Which would actually have made the run slightly better, I think. I'm happy to have Wing Attack here. That's going to be real nice. Outside of Wing Attack, there's nothing really we can learn here. We've got Mean Look and Haze as far as level ups are concerned. Alright, Alright, looks like we'll probably not get to Jasmine at a very high level, unfortunately. Feels bad. We are able to surf, so we could, in theory, get the storyline going by picking up Hidden Power, and then while we're picking up Hidden Power, we can also do the Gyarados, and that way, when we fly to Mahogany, we could just immediately start on the Rocket plot line, which I think is 2 birds with 1 stone is good, so that way going to pick up Hidden Power doesn't feel like a waste of a trip. Oh no, my repel ran out. Ooh, I also remember Eswine here is good XP too, so we should definitely pick that up. I think Eswine's got 3 relatively okay Pokemon. Drowsy is not great. Haunter is pretty good on XP. Oh, right. We could also push her off until after the rocket portion. Well, the first set of the rocket portion of the game. Not the second. The second one requires us to have 7 badges. Alright, let's go ahead and just try and figure out if it's possible. I think it's unlikely that we win real easy, but stranger things have happened. Alright, pretty unlikely, plus I would have loved to have been level 38, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. The Magnemites will be a big problem, because we do have a weakness to electricity. I agree. Though, oh, I was hoping that they would be 2 shots. Ouch. Being paralyzed. Okay. Okay, we're not doing that. We are, you know, I'm glad we didn't waste our time. Just a quick and easy loss. Imagine wasting all that time on Steelix just to find out that it was way too hard. From Magnemite. At least we'll probably get in 2-shot range. Plus, I should consider taking the berry. Maybe I shouldn't take the berry. I think we might need the berry for Lance. I don't think there's any chance we can one-shot the Dragonites. So we should probably hold out on using the berry until after Lance. Or for Lance. There are quite a bit of trainers between here and the rocket portion of the game. Plus, we can just do the rocket portion of the game as well. So we could probably make it back at level 40. Oh, we could even do the gym too, now that I think about it. The Price. Price should be easy enough. I know we don't have any moves that are super effective against him, but Price is a pushover. I mean, how bad could he be? Everyone makes fun of Price. I don't know if you guys watch Hidden Gym, but Hidden Gym changed Price's image to like a picnicker because he's that much of a joke. Or a schoolboy, not a picnicker. Which is quite comical because Price is like a really old dude, and he changed it for a really young dude. Ooh, I wonder how weak the special defense is on those Magnemites. I wonder if Bite is technically a better option than Return. I just feel like the power difference in Bite and Return are just so very different. Alright, that's done. Full restore? I knew something was there. Alright, grab the rare candy. Now we need the elixir. Hidden power. Alright. Now we could take on the Gyarados, because now that we've done this, we can fly to Lake of Rage, even though we've never actually been to the lake yet. Then, you know, we get that magical Magikarp showing up. You know, I never use a Repel there, but I don't really find a Pokemon very often, now that I think about it. I can't think of a single time where I ran into a Pokemon on my way to Gyarados, or getting out of the water. That must be a pretty rare occurrence. Kind of like the Viridian Forest. Getting an encounter in Viridian Forest is actually kind of low. Oh wait, hold on. Lance is going to heal me. Don't need to heal there. Special defense is lower on Jasmine Team. Magnemite 55, Steelix 65. Okay. Well, we could definitely try both, because once we do eventually get to Lance, we're going to have no other choice but to use attacks on it until we eventually win. The luck will have to pan out. There is not a lot more training left to do. We skipped a few trainers there in front of Goldenrod, but unfortunately those Goldenrod trainers are not going to be very helpful. Oops, wrong move. Wow, these are way weaker than Jasmine. Luckily, Lance is going to heal me, so shouldn't have to worry too much about HP or PP there. Don't need the 5 grand. Alright, Lance, thank you. Now I can go ahead and get some more battles in. Well, probably shouldn't have used Return, especially since Wing Attack is stronger. That's alright, no big deal. We're probably going to heal when we leave this place anyways. Ooh, I wonder. I can't remember if I've ever tried to dig out of here. That seems like something I should try to do. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I have digged out of here. Well, escape rope, not dig. I think there are just a few places in this game where you can only escape rope and not dig. I don't know exactly where they are, though. But we'll probably figure it out. There have not been a lot of runs where we've been able to actually, like, no dig. I have not, like, had to find Paris very often in any of these runs. Normally, I just get the Bellsprout, and then, you know, I just get over there and I use a Repel, and I don't even have the option to catch Paris. Alright, protein. Oh, looky there, we can only take 1 protein. How nice. Why do I pick up that Ice Heal in every run? Wait, did the Magnemite just now take neutral damage from Bite? No, it did not. It definitely took half. Bite was not my strongest move. Return was my strongest move. Therefore, it was not neutral. Because if it was neutral, then Bite would have been my strongest move. Why did I do that? Well, at least the ball's in a different menu, so it's not taking up space. I also find it kind of funny that I moved my cat cam so the cat could possibly be on any of those 3 spots, and the cat's on top of the fridge in none of those spots. Actually, hold on. I'm going to pause. Turns out the camera was not supposed to bend down that much. Who knew? It fell. Alright, there we go. I don't think the cat's going anywhere. It's been there the whole time. Alright, as long as we can get past Jasmine, I think this run will hopefully be a lot easier from here. Now, Shadow's a lot more of the lazy cat that'll sit in the same spot more. That's why I keep it on Shadow most often, because the other cat won't stay in the same spot for like 20 minutes. Or even 10 minutes, honestly. But Shadow will stay there the whole stream. She's done it before, but sometimes she moves and I just don't move the cam with her. Sometimes she goes on the floor and I can't move the cam at all. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that fridge is pretty tall. The cat cam, I have it literally 7 feet in the air right now. I have a tripod that goes 7 feet high. What am I doing? There we go. Teach that to Krabby. All right. Our crab people knows its moves. There we go. We dug out. Gonna heal. Alright. Very, very little experience left. We didn't stand a chance at Jasmine at level 37. Maybe we could possibly get to 43, hopefully. 43 at the very best. Alright, Steve, you will be happy to know that I finally finished reorganizing my office. Congratulations. Didn't know it was messy. Or by reorganizing, do you mean I have added the new monitor that I bought to my setup? And kept the rest of the setup the same. Is that what you mean? That sounds like something you would do. Alright, how do I battle that girl? Oh, dude. Anytime you do something with your computer, it's a disaster. When I got my new desk, it was a whole disaster area, and that had nothing to do with the computer. Oh, I wish I had 6 monitors. What? Are you telling me Jinx survived a bite? Should I really have used return? Alright, well, we're going to be doing Price with half HP. Let's find out just how much of a pushover Price is. I will certainly try and use a Confuse Ray on Piloswine. Oh wait, it's not Rock type. Actually, it's Ground type, so I should be fine on Piloswine, hopefully. Let's see, Blizzard. Okay, we are weak to Blizzard, and it missed Blizzard. That was lucky. I don't know if we would have survived because Aurora Beam did like 30 damage, so Blizzard probably would have done 60 damage, and we only had 51 HP to spare. So I think we probably would have lost if we had taken that Blizzard. But this isn't Gen 1. You can't just be throwing Blizzards around all willy-nilly. Alright, level 43. Let's do this. We've got Hidden Power. I think we're going to give this... Fingers crossed we could 2-shot the Magnemite. Or, and it misses a... It's gotta miss. It did not miss. And its Thunderbolt did a lot of damage. Okay, and it does both Magnemites in a row. That is really, really unfortunate. That is also very, very little amount of damage. Did you see how many fully paralysis I just got there in a row? Flinch. Come on, come on. You can do it. Keep hitting yourself. No, not a hyper potion. Flinch. Confused no more. Okay, confused. Okay, you know, we could do this. All it has to do is miss. Miss 2. Just has to miss 2. It's not a big deal. It's like a 5 hit. I think that's manageable. We can even get a crit. It missed. It missed. That's good. That's very good. That's one less Thunderbolt we're taking. All right, that one didn't miss, but we're still good. We got full HP this time instead of half HP. That's a big difference. Oh, and we still outspeed. Okay, well, fully paralysis, but it missed. That's good. Flinch. Flinch. Hit yourself. Okay. Ooh, you didn't use the Hyper Potion. Oh, you did use the Hyper Potion. Okay. Oh, wait a second. You're not confused anymore. Stay confused. Okay. Okay, this is doable. This is doable. Unfortunately, it's always going to use the Hyper Potion, which is a bit of a feels bad. But it's definitely doable. I'd very much like for it to miss a Thunder Wave, but, you know, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't. Ooh, that certainly hurts. Alright. Hit yourself. Good. Because I want to keep Bite. Oh, it got a crit. Oof. I'd very much love to keep Bite. If we can keep Bite for Blue and for Will, that would be great. Alright, I'll probably give it 2 more tries. If I don't get it... Oh, and I got a defense drop. That's even worse. Yeah. If we don't get it in 2 more tries, I'll teach Hidden Power. So, Steelix resists just about everything. Fire, water, fighting, ground are its only weaknesses. Grass and ice are neutral. Yeah, okay. So, even Hidden Power Dragon is not that good, unfortunately. I also accidentally used Confuse right there, and it worked out, but only because it hit itself twice. Oh my god, we're going to go into Steelix unconfused. Or sorry, unparalyzed. Yes. This is it. This is the attempt. Yes, and you're hitting yourself. Just as I planned. Yes, we can do it from here. Oh, you hyper potioned. Feels bad. You confused no more. Okay, confuse. Hit yourself. Yes. Yes, this is it. This is it. You are confused no more. Stay confused. Yes. 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 Yes, we did it. All right. There we go. I said I was going to give it 2 more tries, and I gave it 2 more tries. All right. Now the second portion of the rockets. All right. This is generally where I would pick up the PP up and all of that good stuff, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and use the rest of our regular repels. Alright, found the rare candy. Fly to Violet. Grab the rare candy and PP up. We'll use the PP up on return, so we'll have a little bit extra PP to work with on against the rockets. Also to get rid of space in our bag. Alright, fly back to Goldenrod. Alright, and now we got some rockets to be battling. Quite a few rockets. Yes, I think that was the biggest hurdle of the run. And you know, we're at 6 resets, and that honestly could have gotten a lot worse. Like, did you see how many times Steelix hit itself in a row? I think it hit me twice, and it hit itself, like, 6 times? That seems very, very unlikely. And now we get to keep Bite. We'll probably end up actually, you know, we probably won't need it for blue because we'll probably outspeed and one-shot the Alakazam for blue. But we'll probably end up teaching Hidden Power Dragon for Lance. If anybody wants to do some math and figure it out for me, if I have 70 base power special and 140 power, is that better or worse than 102 power with 90? Because I feel like 140 with 70 is better than 102 with 90. Therefore, it would be a slight edge for Hidden Power on the Dragonites. Okay, say that again. All right. 102 attack power with a 90 attack. All right. Versus 140 power with 70 attack. I would think that 140-70 would be better. Because that's the situation we're dealing with for Lance. Okay, I've got 3 returns. I should make sure to use an ether here before I battle Wheezing Guy. Alright, where are you? 4 ethers. I'll just use 2 ethers right now, actually. Oh, that works out because I already used a PP up. Alright. I think they're probably very close, but I think the 140 is definitely probably better. Alright, I think Wheezing will be the only thing that survives. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know the defense versus special defense of Dragonite on Lance's team, but obviously that gets factored into the equation. I don't know if Dragonite is special or regular defensively bulky. I don't think it's either, honestly. Alright, save. I don't think this rival's going to be hard at all, but, you know, save just in case. Bad things have happened. Okay, good. Got that Magnemite out of the way. Yep. Pretty easy. There's really not much the rival can do at this point. We are just a freight train when it comes to return. 102 power. So good. Even without stab. Stab would have been nice, though. It's actually decent on both fronts. It's a pseudo-legendary for a reason. It doesn't die, and it hits hard. Yeah. But can you tell me if the defense or special defense is better in either way, or is it equivalent? Like, what's the difference? In the end, we're going to be teaching over Hidden Power or Bite anyways. We're going to be teaching over Rest or Curse for the final battle. So in the end, whichever we end up going with doesn't matter. It just matters for that Lance battle. Well, base defense is 70, base special defense is 70, base defense is 70 for Dragonair. Oh, that's different. Defense 90, special defense 100. Okay, so it's not really relevant then. Defense. Got it. But technically being 5 higher special defense does hurt my 140. 140 with 70 special attack argument just slightly. Game dev, that is a hard one to call. I just don't know. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, they'll probably be roughly equal. Too bad Lance doesn't have a Dragonair. Then it would definitely be better. Actually, I don't know. It probably would still be about equal. Did I just talk to that guy twice? Oops. Boy, it's hard to believe Hidden Power will be useful at all. Alright, let's go ahead and use that last ether. Thankfully, I have 4 ethers. I just been straight up using return on every single attack. Okay, there's the girl we get the pink. Oh, I'm stupid. All of our arguing didn't matter. The pink bow. The 102 with 90 is better because we'll have the pink bow. So it's not going to be 102. It's going to be 112. So yeah. The 112 with 90 is better. Oh, wait. We're going to have the Paralysis Cure Berry. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Boy, range of emotions. It's like, yeah, I got the pink bow. Oh, wait. No, I don't have the pink bow because we're not going to one-shot the Dragonites. Therefore, we're going to need to make sure we don't get paralyzed. But if we're close to one-shotting them, then I will put the pink bow on. I'll take a chance at a range if it's that close. Alright, we got ourselves the pink bow, which will at least be useful all the way up to the Elite Four. All right, we can now fly to Mahogany. We'll go ahead and heal here because there are some trainers we're going to be battling. Okay. Well, I can't argue with the math. 83 damage? Ooh, that's not good. 84 damage. Okay, so they're basically irrelevant. What you just told me, though, is we will not be one-shotting Dragonite. That is all I needed to know. Dragonite will survive return. I don't know if it has 160 HP or not, but it might even survive 2 returns. Although you might have plugged it in for base HP. But now that I think about it, the Dragonite at the Elite Four is about level 50, which is the base HP is based upon. So I guess technically the math probably does work out to what you brought up. I think they're level 55, so there's the special defense and regular defense will be just a bit higher than that. Strategy, possibly. I can't remember what item that is. I think it's good. Protein, okay. Something we can't use, but, you know, still useful. I can't remember if I needed to heal or not. Can't hurt. Oh, well, we'll just hold on to Hidden Power, I guess. It's not going to be bad to hold on to it. Plus, we want to hold on to Bite anyways for Will. Now, the question is, do Will's Pokemon, are they special defense bulky? I don't remember if they're special defense bulky. I'll have to pay attention. Because even though Bite is super effective against Will's Pokemon, they might not be it might not be the best move to use. Yeah, I know they're illegal Dragonites. That just shows the skill and determination he has when training all of his dragons. That he can defy the laws of math. Sure.
Hey, what's up?
Just a sec. There we go. On pause. All right. Everybody, Speedrunner has joined the building. I am overtraining because I think our mediocre moveset is going to have a hard time with Red.
Yeah, remember when on one of our practice runs for the Crystal Rando, we ended up doing a Crobat and we couldn't find any solution for Red?
Yeah, but that was because Red was actually hard. This one, Red, I can probably figure out with enough luck. Group, Confuse Ray is just going to probably end up being the solution.
Most likely, yeah. I can definitely tell speed won't be an issue, because I think his fastest... I don't think he has a single Pokemon at 200 speed.
Definitely not. Also, I think what's going to be nice is if I do pick up the 11 rare candies, and by if I do mean when I pick up all the rare candies, that will be something that I have never done. Therefore, Crobat will have an advantage by having an extra 2 levels that none of my other Pokemon have ever had.
Therefore, you gotta redo everything.
Pikachu is not going to be a problem, game dev. We will one-shot sweep the Pikachu. Every time, no matter what. Pikachu's defense is absolute trash.
But in our randos, he'll never have a Pikachu if you think about it.
Oh, right. In our randos, there will always be Raichu.
Oh, that's where you get the Max Elixir.
Yeah, there are 2 Max Elixirs. If you pay attention, I'll show you where the other one is, too. All right.
Well, I knew where the other one was. That's just the one I always got.
Right. Friend, strategy, anyone, knowledge, both. All right. And one of the things my Lugia, my Heracross, and all of my bad runs suffered is the fact that after you leave this building and you talk to Claire here, it's very easy to just go and pick up your Max Elixir and forget the Dratini, and then you have to come back, and that's really annoying.
I like how you invite Speed to voice chat, but not me. Well, it's because we're going to be talking about the run. We're not talking about code.
Right. He has more constructive things to say about the run. What am I doing? Right. I know what I was doing.
Yeah, the one on the right is the one I always get. I didn't know about the left one.
Oh, okay.
I remember that
the
from
one that's on the
Squidgy.
wall.
Yeah, that's what I got from Squidgy. I watched his runs, and that's where he got his 1 Max Elixir. I never really needed to.
Yeah, I don't ever need to either, but I always do it just in case.
Okay, so I checked an old video, and the Dragonites have HP values of 142 level 47, 142 level 47, and 158 level 50, so you'll be two-hitting mostly. That's what I predict, yeah. I don't think he's going to one-hit the Dragonite.
Okay, so most likely the winning attempt is going to be where one of the Thunder Waves misses, and then the other Thunder Wave gets removed. Oh, hold on. We got some things to do. Let's go ahead and... Come on. At critique.
Yeah. Those numbers are actually a bit off Boss KO. I actually have a spreadsheet full with all the important trainers in Crystal and their stats. I took them from GameHook when I made this. The Dragonites are actually 152 HP, and then the level 50 one's 162.
Alright, it's left.
But pretty close.
Alright, we've got first rare candy. Yep. Let's dig out.
Now get defense curl.
No. Alright, now the next one is going to be over here in Olivine. Well, technically not Olivine. Oh, I think our thing is still probably active.
Do you have a flash user?
I do have a flash user. It is called Abra.
Yeah, so just remember it's the top left island you want to go down.
Yes. Basically, the moment you can make a left, it's right there. So follow the wall over here, it's right here.
Oh, that's an interesting way to make sure it's the right one.
So you can follow the wall on the left, and that will take you to it. All right, so up. Great. Fantastic. All right, up, down,
all right,
around.
Up the stairs.
Up.
Right.
Through.
Up. There it is.
There. Okay. And the other rare candy.
The mortar candy.
Is going to be the much harder one. This will be my first time ever picking this one up. Hopefully it's not as difficult as I think. Okay, I have the clear bell, bro. Let me through. You are not the bouncer. You are just a guy. Oh.
I did not know about these guys in Crystal.
I didn't know about these guys either. And you know what? We could use the training. These are evolved Pokemon, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Alright, so it will now be on the next floor. It's left around to the right. Then it's left to the middle to the left. Oh, my screen just went black. Okay. I don't know.
Doesn't show up on my end. It's weird.
Usually when screen goes black, I would thought it was a loose cable, but it must have something to do with the electromagnetic of the fridge being right next to the computer. I might need to do something about it. When do I get the rainbow wing? Never. The rainbow wing? Never. Alright.
Yeah, in a Pokemon Crystal, the rainbow wing, you have to, I think, catch all the Johto beasts.
I don't remember this at all. Congratulations on your rain dance. Thank you for 1,200. That's it? That's garbage.
Hey, that's a lot.
Those guys were Wait,
what the? Do you need the rainbow wing to get up there, huh? Interesting. It looks like you have to have the rainbow wing, so I guess that rare candy just doesn't exist.
But Squidgy gets it, doesn't he?
Are you sure? I don't think he gets the Tin Tower candy.
And it's not in this building.
You also have to beat the Elite Four.
Oh. Okay. Well, now we learned. We wasted a minute, but you know what? We're probably going to have to battle those people anyway, so it's not that much of a waste.
I'm going to look this up for you.
Is the one that Squidgy never gets. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then. Oh, hold on. Lady, I never miss you. You spin like your world depends on it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need the rainbow wing. I just want to get to the top floor where the rare candy is.
I'm looking on Bulbapedia. It says in Gen 2, Oh, it says the, wait, hold up. Let's see. In Pokemon Crystal, the Clear Bell summons Suicune. However, Ho does not appear until the Elite Four. You need the. I think you do need the Rainbow Wing.
Well, it sounds like the Elite Four. You said Ho doesn't show up till the Elite Four? Okay, well that means I have to be able to get to Ho. How do you get to Ho-Oh? Going up floors. I forget, what's down and left over here? There's something I want here, I think, that's down and left. Or am I... Oh, it's a trainer. There's a trainer down here, down and left. Swords Dance. Yes, if this were the Smeargle run, yes, it would be Swords Dance. TM22? Wait, TM22, isn't that Solar Beam?
22? Yeah, it's Solar Beam.
Oh, bummer. I can't use Solar Beam. Oh well. Looks like I'm gonna run out of returns on my way here. That's alright. I think Wing Attack will probably suffice. Oh, an interesting thing about the friendship counter that you guys do have, it will allow you to know when your return is actually at 102 power. Whereas mine just says 102 all the time. I don't actually know how much power it is.
Yeah, I'm sure game devs overlay will have some sort of custom math formula for it. Like if the move is returned, show this for the power.
Well, it'll have to do the math based on the friendship value.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is in his wheelhouse. Alright, now I'm trying to think. What are my last rare candies? I think the last rare candies to be picked up. Obviously the Tin Tower rare candy, the Vermilion rare candy, the rare candy on Cinnabar, and the Mount Silver rare candy. Those are the only 4 I can think of.
It looks like a pretty simple formula for return. It's just your friendship divided by 2.5.
Oh. That is
so I'm sure
simple.
game dev will have no problem with that.
Hell, I could do that math in my head. If
divided
I have,
by 2.5?
Yeah, if I, put the friendship value on display.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm level 57. Last time I did the Elite Four, I was like level 54, but that was with the slow level up group Pokemon. So it really makes a big difference not being in the slow level up group. I pretty much done the same amount of training that I did with the slow level up group Pokemon. I could probably end up skipping a lot of the post-game training. Oh wow, it missed Thunderwave. How nice. Oh, that had doubled the amount of special defense. Bite was not the right move to use there. Alright, Typhlosion, it's pretty much both special and regular bulky. So, not a bad Pokemon. I don't know what Fraligator's defense looks like. Maybe Fraligator's might have been the harder choice, but probably would have ended up being a one-shot regardless. Alright, I'm not particularly worried about anybody except for Lance. I might get the one-off loss. Alright, there we go. That's good. It's expected. Oh, you got twice the amount of special defense? Okay, well, I get return for you. Alright, you've got twice the amount of regular defense. I got bite for you. Alright, you've got equal. We'll go for the higher power move. You've got weaker special defense. We'll go with bite. Alright, now we learned something.
So yeah, Steve, I've been doing some research. It looks like you need the rainbow wing just to have the ladder show up.
Oh, okay. So I guess we're never getting that rare candy. We're limited to 10.
Yeah, so all that was you just probably got an extra level.
Yeah, and you know, those Pokemon weren't too bad for training. They were all 3 of the Eevee evolutions. And then, let's see. What was the first Pokemon? It had the same first Pokemon for all of them.
No, I think they were different. Unless it was... Well, I guess they had Noctowl.
Yeah, all 3 of them had Knockdown in an Eevee evolution.
Oh.
It's looking like our final time is gearing up to be about 150, which seems to be about right. It's not a good Pokemon, but it's definitely not bad. Oh, this is the matchup. This is the matchup where I was thinking I needed to... Oh, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, if I had Hidden Power Dragon, it probably also would have taken down Onix pretty easily. Whether it was...
I find it quite upsetting how a lot of poison types in Gen 2 just, like, did not get good moves. Like, a lot of them didn't even get Sludge Bomb.
Oh, I forgot to pick up that second elixir right before Ice Cave.
Alright, you gotta start over now.
Yep, definitely. Oh, not a sand attack. Now I'm going to get hit by Curse on Gengar and watch. Yep. And now I'm just going to miss and hurt myself over and over again. Alright. Speed's going to be used to that Pokemon real soon.
Crow.
Vileplume. Oh, no, not Stun Spore. Okay. Whew, that could have gone so poorly.
One thing I'm liking about, like, doing runs in Crystal is if you have a Pokemon that's just really bad, has like very little good moves, at least you know what you're doing for Red.
Yeah.
Curse, rest, sleep talk, and return.
Oh crap. I forgot to put on the Paralysis Cure Berry. Oh well, we're about to find out how much damage we in fact do to the Dragonites. More than half? Okay, a lot more than half.
Definitely.
Okay, so it will in fact, we could definitely afford to lose the Pink Bow.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. I expected to lose this one. And you know, this is why we kept this and we didn't use it for Jasmine. I can never remember how far you can go before it automatically moves you.
I think I've tested this. You literally just have to touch the stairs, I think, for it to move. So as long as you're not touching the stairs.
Interesting.
I could be wrong.
It didn't go for Rain Dance that time. All right.
What did it go for?
Hyper Beam.
It probably detected it would get a critical hit Hyper Beam, which would knock you out, so it went for it.
Okay. One of these days, that will go pretty well. The defense is lower, so we'll return. How dare you use our weakness of Rock Slide?
Yeah. It's not often you think about a rock type having lower defense.
Wow, I am just like slightly, just barely underleveled.
And that was with you trying to get that rare candy you can't get.
Man, if I were to use 3 rare candies right now, this would probably be like real easy. Because I'd one-shot the Gyarados, and I one-shot the Charizard. Alright, I just need one paralysis miss. Like that, right there. Now I'm not going to get paralyzed. Perfect.
Well, I think all the Dragonites have it.
No, the third one does not.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I do know this for a fact because I was very surprised before.
Actually, I think what Boss KO said about the Dragonite's HP stats might actually be right because I forgot your Pokemon are all shiny, so the stats are going to be different.
Oh, right.
My notes were
They're,
just
I
vanilla.
think, pretty much every trainer in the game except for red and possibly blue is actually stronger by being shiny. All right, so we let this go until we see our player time, and then we reset. All right, 5:33. I actually think that's kind of long.
Do you think Crobats could end up using Curse?
Yes. I think we can afford at least one curse. Like, it'd still outspeed everything on Red's team.
I think at this level, if you were to use one curse, your speed would drop to 155. So I think you should still outspeed most of the Pokemon. I'm not sure what the Pikachu's speed is when it's shiny.
Well, we cannot get hit by a charm. That's just out of possibility. It's an instant reset.
Oh right, yeah. Don't set up on the Pikachu.
Or we set up on the Pikachu because, you know, generally Pikachu outspeeds most Pokemon in the game, surprisingly. But it's not going to outspeed Crobat. So it's actually worth it to attempt to set up one curse, I would imagine, on Pikachu. And if we get hit by a charm, we reset. Either that or set it up on the second Pokemon, which would most likely be Espeon, and I do not want that thing setting up Reflect if I have the ability to make it not.
Yeah. Speaking of Espeon, when your stream's over, I'm going to start my stream, the Fire Red Rando. The Pokemon I'm doing is actually Espeon.
I didn't know it was Rando Day.
I did it on Wednesday. I did it Wednesday just because I had nothing better to do that day, but I'm making the series permanently on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I want to do a day where you can at least attempt to stop by, because I know Wednesdays don't work for you at all.
Yeah, I am always busy starting 7 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, on Wednesdays I just prefer to do like other things on Wednesdays for streams, like stuff that may not even be Pokemon related.
Oh boy, 150 is gonna be cutting it close now. I don't necessarily think it was the overtraining. I think we just kind of struggled a lot at that Steelix. But also,
what was your main solution to the Steelix?
What was the solution? Wait until it hits itself 6 out of 8 times.
You're kidding, right?
No. It hit itself 6 times. And hit me twice.
Time for second playthrough. Second playthrough.
That was level 40, by the way. There is no higher level I could get to make that battle better.
Yeah.
Because Hidden Power Dragon is also still going to do, like, low amounts of damage.
Even with Steelix's much more special defense?
Yes, because it resists both Dragon and Bite. Therefore, it's only 5 more power. But Bite has a chance to flinch. I actually got 2 flinches as well, on top of all of everything I mentioned. So it was hit itself 6 times, hit me 2 times, and 2 flinches.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Espeon right here. It's gonna have a pretty tough early game, having only Tackle and Hail Whip and Helping Hand at level 5.
Yeah.
And then it's Sand Attack and Confusion all the way at level 16. Oh boy.
I remember watching the Versus video from Hidden Gym, watching that both of them have awful movesets.
Yeah, I mean, I've done both of them in Crystal as well. One was Umbreon was a video, Espeon was a live stream. They both had really bad early games.
All right, we're going to do the Aber trick. Should have enough PP to get through all of the Nugget Bridge.
I don't know, man. I mean, 20 return and 25 wing attack and 25 bite is not enough. You probably should heal at the center.
Plus, I used a PP up on return, and I'm considering using a second one. The only reason I'm not using the second one just yet is because I'm curious if I might have, because we're not exactly the strongest Pokemon on defense, if I might need to use the PP up on rest. Because 10 rest might be not enough if I get in a stall battle.
Well, there's always Giga Drain too for the Blastoise.
I think Blastoise is gonna end up being last, and Blastoise is just gonna it's gonna be the free.
I'm gonna take a look because since the AI will send out Pokemon that are like super effective, I can somewhat predict like what will be second. Let me take a look at Blastoise moves. I'm pretty sure it has Blizzard,
but if it does, then yeah, it'd probably go earlier.
Well, I know Blastoise's moveset in Crystal is quite bad. I remember it has Surf and Whirlpool as moves. And Charizard has Fire Spin. Well, I know in Heart Gold, his Blastoise has Blizzard and the hail's up 99% of the time, so it just never misses. I remember as a kid, the only way I could beat him, I had to bring in like 75 full restores or something like that, and I had to PP stall out his Blizzards until it was just spamming moves like, I don't know, Focus Blast, which I resisted, so I can just set up X items.
I have a lot of childhood memories about you getting into battles where I would basically have to use a revive, throw out a bad Pokemon, let it die, and then throw out the good Pokemon I just revived, let it get one attack in, then it dies again, and then throw out another bad Pokemon, use another revive, and just keep on doing this strat over and over until I chip away enough.
Yeah, I still do that in some modern games, depending on how hard a fight is. Can't ever go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm just looking. Yeah, apparently it does not have Blizzard. It's just Rain Dance, Surf. Oh wait. It does have Blizzard. Rain Dance, Surf, Blizzard, Whirlpool.
Oh boy, I don't think we're gonna one-shot it either.
I don't know. It looks like he has two Pokemon with a type advantage. He would either send out Espeon second or Blastoise, so which of those would honestly be better?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have Giga Drain anyways.
Yeah.
So, if I find out that Giga Drain ends up needing to be part of the strategy, I'll use it.
Okay.
Alright, I hope I picked up the machine part. I don't remember picking up the machine part.
I don't know. I wasn't looking. Just watch you forget.
Thank you.
Darn it.
I was really worried.
Remember in the last randomizer, you pretty much had to rely on Zap Cannon?
I don't want to ever remember that.
Hey, it's still better than having 15 resets on Sabrina with Furret, with Dynamic Punch.
Boy, it looks like we might naturally get to level 70. Boy, the last several runs I've done have all been slow level up group Pokemon. It's really messed with my my level
isn't
gauge.
Crobat medium slow?
No, it isn't slow. Or sorry, medium fast.
Oh, I just noticed Gen 2 you don't have that experience bar.
No.
Oh, there's no room for it?
Right, because now the item is in that slot.
Ah.
Oh my god, I walked around Magnemite guy. It's a miracle.
In randomizers, I hate that guy. Alright, I'm looking at what egg move I would want for my Espeon for my run. I can choose either Charm, Curse, Endure, Flail, Tickle, or Wish. All bad moves.
Wish is not terrible. Doesn't Wish give you HP like 2 turns later?
It says the user recovers HP in the following turn.
Oh, that's even better. So you only have to wait 1 turn to get the HP.
Yeah. What about Morning Sun?
Like Morning Sun is also like Wish. I don't think you said Morning Sun. I don't know what Tickle does. I've never heard of Tickle.
Tickle.
I've never even heard of the move.
It lowers the target's attack and defense by 1 stage.
Man,
So it's Growl and Tail Whip all together.
that's actually really funny.
Yeah. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Yeah, imagine just tickling a Mewtwo.
Okay.
Greedy
Well,
drill,
I still
greedy
have Bite
drill.
for this matchup, so hopefully the Brock won't be too bad.
So I'm taking a look. Morning Sun is just a worse version of like Recover. It only recovers half your HP in sunlight. If it's any other thing or no weather, it only heals a quarter of your HP.
Okay, so Wish is kind of better.
Yeah, let me see Wish. Pokemon DB really does not give you like specific descriptions of moves, so I'm on Bulbapedia for this.
Mm-hmm. I usually use Cerebi almost 90% of the time. Boy, all these Pokemon really have a bad special defense. Loving it. Wow. Of all the Pokemon on Brock's team, I didn't think Kabutops would be the only one to survive a single hit. Ooh, I wonder if the Silverwing would have helped me get that rare candy.
I don't think so. Unless there's a second rare candy later in there.
You guys were talking about the Rainbow Wing, but I swear, you know, I might have to come back post-game to figure it out.
Like after the run?
Yes, after the run.
Oh. Well, I know in Heart Gold, the Whirl Islands has 2 rare candies. One of them in that spot that you picked it up from. And there was another one, like, right next to the Lugia, but you need the Silverwing to reach it.
Did Espeon start it with any attacking moves?
Tackle?
Okay, well that's better than Flail, so definitely don't want to go with Flail then.
Yeah. I think, let's see, dang it, get back.
No, just get Lugia to spawn in the Whirl Islands. Okay, well, thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah. I just wish without the Rainbow Wing, you can still climb the tower, just with no Ho-Oh. That'd be pretty good.
I mean, that might...
Probably not.
You know what? Maybe it was a hidden gym video that I was watching where he got the where he got that rare candy, because hidden gym plays in gold.
Oh yeah, in gold version, the guy up top, you get the clear bell, and then someone else, I think.
Actually,
oh, wait, no.
my little item thing actually told me you don't even need the clear bell. You just need the fog badge.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't want Curse. So I'm not going to be a physical attacker. Endure is useless. I mean, Flail. Well, it's either
It's
either
Wish.
Flail,
Take Wish.
Charm, or Wish.
Do you not learn? Do you learn Recover by level up?
No.
Then it's Wish.
Let's see.
I don't even think I needed to heal
And
there.
I tried to look up. Alright, so let's see. Let's see. Wish heals the affected Pokemon by. So it's Recover, but you have to wait an extra turn.
Yeah, and that's not a big deal.
No, it'd be a little bit difficult sometimes to plan it out, because if you're on low health and you use a Wish, you better survive another turn.
My question is, does Wish start? Is Wish based on your speed on the following turn? Because if you use Wish, you might have to survive 2 hits if you're slower.
I think it activates at the end of the turn. So I guess if you are slower, you would have to wait for 2 hits. Or wait, no. If you moved second, the opponent moves, you move and use Wish, the opponent moves, you attack. No, I think you would only have to get hit once.
Alright, let's do this. I kept Bite all the way to this point. I don't even think I'll need it because Alakazam's got much weaker defense than special defense. Alright, yep, much weaker defense. One shot, okay. Oh, you know what? I think Bite is still going to be useful on Executor.
Yeah, it should be, yeah. I often forget in Gen 1, like, its special defense technically was better than its defense, but in Gen 2 it's swapped. It confuses me.
That's the best part about Gen 1 too. Like, there's just so many new aspects that you have to think about. Sub Pokemon that were garbage in Gen 1, they gave, like, all the fighting types in Gen 1 were garbage, and in Gen 2 they're not garbage.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. What shuffled TMs could I want?
Alright, 144. That means we're going to be able... Oh, we still have one more rare candy now that I think about it.
I guess maybe I would want Facade or Secret Power if I get those early enough, because Tackle's quite bad. But other than that, I don't really see anything. Everything else is guaranteed, like Shadow Ball, Psychic,
Do
Return.
you not use healing moves in your solo runs?
No, I use healing. I'm using mornings. I'm using Wish as my egg move. Okay, I'm just looking at TMs.
Oh, okay.
I'm just seeing what shuffled TMs should I keep an eye out for. But the only
Heal?
thing I see are
All right,
just
heal here,
upgrades
and we're going to do
Tackle.
the Aber trick to save like 5 seconds.
Yep. Save 5 seconds after you spent a minute in that tin tower.
Teleport. Boom. Saved all that time. Abra. Flash. Super Repel. Already apparently ran out.
You know what I really hate? Is like, when you try to use a Repel, you can't use it, and then 2 steps later it runs out.
I wish you could actually just stack repels.
That's what I liked about Gen 1. You could actually just stack the Repel.
Yes. Okay, return to... We're gonna lose this first attempt. We're gonna just find out what our opponents are using. Okay, your defense is just weaker. So we go return. Use Psychic and it hurts like a freight train. Holy crap.
I'm actually comparing my spreadsheet to your shiny Pokemon stats. Red definitely has weaker stats on your side.
Okay. Okay.
So for you, with shinies only, Red's actually easier.
Okay.
I know you already said that. It just took me a while to find out why.
Okay. Blizzard miss. There we go. All right. Confused no more. Another Blizzard
wow.
miss. Wow.
Thanks. This is hacks.
All right. Return.
And you said you were going to lose this attempt.
We're not gonna win this. Oh, we gotta confuse. You gotta hit yourself. You gotta hit yourself. He had to hit himself. I needed him to hit himself to put him in 2-hit range. Oh, we also didn't pick Curse, by the way.
Oh.
All right, Confuse Ray. You cannot hit me with Psychic. You just can't. It's like too much HP
Wouldn't it
loss.
be just as bad if it used Reflect?
We don't like to think of that. Yes, hit yourself. Yes, don't use full restore. No! Not paralysis. I was still outspeeding though.
That's funny.
Oh, fully paralyzed. And Blizzard didn't miss. I didn't pick up Protect either, unfortunately.
Do you think it might be worth teaching Giga Drain over Bite?
Yes.
Yeah, so on the Blastoise, while it's confused, you could probably start healing up, because your special defense isn't that much worse than your attack, and Blastoise has better special defense.
Espeon is
Or it
hitting
has
100... Oh, darn.
Better defense, I meant.
Espeon had hit itself 100% of the time, which was a fantastic streak that I was hoping to continue.
Actually, no. Giga Drain would be worse. But I guess it would help keep your health up.
Well, Bite's not doing anything.
Yeah.
No.
30%
Why?
chance.
Paralysis.
In Gen 1, it was OP, but...
Okay. All right, Giga Drain it is, and then if that doesn't work, we're going to have to go back for some other moves.
Didn't you use any of your candies?
Good call. Candies it is. We got all those candies for a reason. Let's not use all of them, though, because that would just be too OP. Let's go up
I'd
to
say start with
73.
That's a good one to start.
2
I like
damage
to start
rounding.
damage roundings.
Yeah.
BRB going to the McDonald's for dinner, then watch my son while my wife takes a shower, so 20 minutes.
Alright, Confuse Ray. Hit yourself like tradition. And we got a crit, unlike tradition. Confuse Ray. Usually he amnesias on turn 1. This is starting a new tradition of not amnesiaing on turn 1. Yes! Yes! Full HP for Blastoise.
Yeah. I just wish when I stream, I can screen share at the same time, because it'd be nice to have you chat on my stream too, but my computer's just not up to that task.
That hurt. Okay. Alright, alright. We're good, we're good. Confuse Ray. No, you're
Did
not
you
gonna
buy
hit yourself.
Protect?
Oh, you know what? Rain Dance is up, so Flamethrower's kind of weak. That's cool.
Oh, I just realized, Wing Attack isn't doing that much. Maybe you can teach Fly to help recover PP.
Solar Beam, Solar Beam, Solar Beam. Yes! Solar Beam! We win without using all the rare candies.
Almost. You barely got sub 150.
Alright, and we had like 6 rare candies to spare, which means I could have saved a lot of training time. Unfortunately, Lance would have still have been that hard if I did not do all of that trading, so I think that trading was worth it. Also, Jasmine would have, not Jasmine, Jasmine. Oh wait, no, it's Jasmine. Yeah, I was thinking Janine for a second. All right, Jasmine and Lance were just so hard that I needed all that training, and if I skipped out on any of that training, I think it would have been way harder. So I think this is just kind of what it can do. I probably could have cut out a few resets by starting with some rare candies, but I was really stubborn there at the end. So in theory, this could have been like a 147, but I think 149 is good. All right. While we have Speedrunner, oh yeah, you're going to be starting your stream shortly. Never mind. All right, so 149. Let's see where this fits on our rankings. 149 would put us, wow, right in front of Slowking. That's not a bad spot. In fact, if I had not made those screw-ups, we could have put it right in front of Heracross, but no. In front of Slowking, behind Heracross seems good. I put a little X there to denote the second run. Anyways, guys, that's about it for today's stream for me. Check out Speedrunner's stream momentarily, where he is going to be playing Pokemon Fire Red Randomizer. That's a lot different than a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 randomizer because it's got natures and it's got Gen 3 Pokemon involved, even though it looks like Generation 1.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to think about.
Yeah, the main difference is it's all the same rules as our Blue and Crystal runs, except the key items are not shuffled because I could not find anything for it that exists, so... The regular items and TMs will be shuffled, it's just the T will just be where it is.
Also, Generation 3, one thing I noticed, had a lot more competitive items in it. So, like, in Gen 2, the competitive items are given to you, like the charcoal and the mist water, the soft sand, pink bow, all of that stuff is given to you. Well, in Generation 3, a lot of them are picked up. So, he could be picking up what used to be an antidote and get like a focus band, you know? Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. There's just a lot more. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. So anyways, check out Speedrunner's stream if you have the time. If you don't, have a very nice night. and I'll see you guys again on Monday. Good night.